What happens when human pride rises higher than wisdom? What happens when people try to reach heaven on their own terms? Hello storytellers, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we uncover a moment in history where unity was twisted by ambition. This is the story of the Tower of Babel. After the Great Flood, Noah's descendants grew in number and spread across the earth. Generation after generation, humanity multiplied, but instead of honoring God with their unity, they decided to honor themselves. The people migrated eastward until they found a wide and fertile plain in the land of Shinar. There they settled, built homes, and formed a single powerful community. At that time, everyone spoke the same language. Every word was understood by every ear. Their unity was strong, but their hearts began to drift. One day, the leaders among them stirred the people with a grand idea. They said, "Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly." And soon, the sound of hammers and furnaces filled the air as they molded bricks stronger than stone. But this was only the beginning. With boldness and ambition, they declared their true plan. "Let us build a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves and avoid being scattered across the earth." It was not just a construction project, it was a declaration of independence from God. Unity born not from obedience, but from pride. Humanity wanted glory, power, and a throne in the sky. Their hearts whispered the same lie once heard in Eden. We can be like God. Brick by brick, the tower climbed toward the clouds, a monument to human arrogance, a symbol of a world trying to rise without its creator. But heaven was watching. God looked upon the city and the tower the people were building. He saw how united they were, not in worship, but in rebellion. And he knew that if their pride went unchallenged, nothing they planned would be restrained. Humanity would destroy itself with its own ambition. So, God came down, not to destroy them with fire or flood, but with something far more subtle and far more brilliant. He confused their language. Workers stood side by side, but suddenly, their words no longer made sense to each other. One man asked for bricks, another heard water. One called for mortar, another heard music. Voices rose in frustration. Misunderstanding spread like wildfire. Orders became chaos. Progress halted. Builders dropped their tools, arguing, shouting, scattering in confusion. The great tower, the monument to human pride, was left unfinished. And as language shattered, so did their unity. People grouped together with those they understood and began to migrate. They moved outward across mountains, deserts, rivers, and coastlines. They formed nations, tribes, and cultures, all carrying different tongues. The city was called Babel, meaning confusion, for it was there that God confused the language of all the earth. What humanity built in pride, God stopped in a single moment. Not out of cruelty, but out of wisdom, to protect the world from its own destruction. And that is the story of the Tower of Babel. A reminder that when pride replaces humility, and when people seek glory without God, division always follows. But from this story comes a powerful lesson of faith. God scatters what is built on pride, but he blesses what is built on obedience. Human achievements crumble, but God's purposes stand forever. And true unity, real lasting unity, can only be found when we come together under him. Thank you for joining us for this story. If this strengthened your faith today, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss an update.